Welcome to the video series, Research Strategies for Scholarly Writing. This video series is geared towards law students who are doing their upper level writing or a seminar paper and are looking for efficient and effective research strategies. The first video in this series is about finding your topic. My name is Jessica Almeida, Public Services Law Librarian at the UMass Law Library, and I will be your tour guide throughout this video series. If you have any questions at all at any time, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at my email address. Let's first talk about how to find a topic. Now, there are many ways you can do this. You can talk to a professor, you can look at your casebook to find a topic or a case that interests you. You can think about something that you have experience in or you're passionate about. Hopefully you took this class for a reason, or you can explore news for hot topics. Once you've found your topic, my best advice to start is really to look through the news to see what kind of news articles you can find on your topic. The idea behind this video series is to make sure that you have as many sources from as many different places so that you have a well-rounded paper. The Law Library subscribes to a number of news sources. Just a few are New York Times. We have a group pass where every law student can get their own online subscription. Please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or the Law Library if you'd like your own New York Times online subscription. We also have access to a number of newspapers like the USA Today, Washington Post, and Boston Globe through the Kearney databases. We also subscribe to a lot of legal news. So Massachusetts Lawyers Weekly, Rhode Island Lawyers Weekly, National Law Journal is available through Lexis. Also, Westlaw and Lexis have their own legal news sections. Let's take these research ideas and put them into practice. For this video series, I'm going to pretend that I'm doing an upper level writing requirement in health law. I'm at the New York Times, and I'm interested in what the hot topics in health law are. I'm going to click on the Health tab, and I'm taping this in January of 2021. So right now the pandemic is front page news. But I'm not interested in writing my paper about COVID. Instead, what really interests me is end-of-life options. So here I'm doing a keyword search. I can narrow it by date range. I can also sort it by date or relevance. But I'm going to scroll through and see if there's anything of interest, anything that piques my interest that I think would be helpful for my paper or getting an idea for my paper. So here you see the second one is of interest to me. Law and end-of-life care rankles doctors. This is about a new law. Well, it was a new law in 2011 in New York State. So I might find that interesting. And maybe I want to think about doing a paper on end-of-life options in different states and what the laws look like. Once again, I'm trying to do a well-rounded paper, so I want to get sources from all sorts of places. This is just my starting point. Next, I'm going to take a look at a number of news websites, including the Boston Globe, USA Today, and Washington Post, because I'm interested in to see what kind of articles they have on my topic. The Boston Globe, unfortunately, doesn't have a health tab, but I can use the search option to look for end-of-life laws. Now, as I scroll down, I can see that there's a number of articles that I might find of interest, such as this one, an end-of-life option remains out of reach for Massachusetts, and Mass should enact an End-of-Life Options Act. So I'm going to read through those and see if they would be good for my paper. You can do the same thing in USA Today. They have a search option. And scroll through, see if anything catches my interest, something that I might want to read. And I'll do the same thing for the Washington Post. If you come across an article that you don't have access to, please let one of the law librarians know. We'd be happy to look for it in the Kearney databases or make a request through interlibrary loan. Now that I've read articles from a number of news sources, I think I'm going to settle on my topic, which is going to be what states have statutes that give patient end-of-life options, and how do they compare to the proposed Mass legislation? I'm going to take my topic and look through some of the legal news sources to see what else I can find. Next, I'm going to go to Westlaw. I'm going to use a new tool called Westlaw Today. Here I am in Westlaw. In the top left corner, I'm going to click on that little arrow and go to Westlaw Today. Westlaw Today is a news service. I'm going to go into practice areas because, like I said, I'm interested in health law. Once I'm in health law, if I'm not sure what I want my topic to be, this is a great place to look at articles and try to find an interesting topic to tackle. But like I said before, I'm still interested in end of life as my topic. So I'm going to put that in the search box, and that will search only the health law news. I'm going to go to news. And then I'm going to scroll and look to see if I find something of interest. Christian Health Network wants federal forum for a patient's end-of-life lawsuit. That might be of interest to me. California judge tosses state physicians assisted suicide law. So another key word or key phrase that I might want to use instead of end of life might be physician assisted suicide. So I can add that to my keyword list. Medical aid in dying advocates lose bid to strike Vermont consent agreement. So medical aid in dying, another phrase that I might want to add to my keywords while I'm researching. Now I'm in Lexis. I'm going to scroll down to legal news. You can go ahead and click on that. And we can search by publisher, by state, by practice area. I'm going to search by the healthcare law practice area. Once I'm in here, I'm going to use this form to look for exactly this phrase, end of life. We're going to add it and hit the search icon. Now my results are pretty high, 1,400. So I'm going to use some of these facets to try to narrow this down. You can use the search within results and add more search terms. You can narrow it down by jurisdiction, subject, timeline, sources. There's a number of different ways to do it. You can scroll through and see if you find anything of interest to read and then add to your source list. As we conclude this first video, I just want to give you some reminders. Please start the research process early. Reach out to one of the law librarians if you're having trouble. Stay organized. Every time you find a source, remember to save it, save a link, or save it to your hard drive. And remember to keep a source list. This is a great way to make Blue Booking easy at the end. It's just a list of all your sources. For more information on scholarly legal writing, there's some great books that you can check out of the library. Here are 2 that I recommend. And you can always contact me or any of the librarians at the law library for more information. Good luck and happy researching. Don't forget to contact me if you need anything at all at jessica.almeida@umassd.edu.